What's up, everyone? Out here on the Minnesota River doing another little camping trip, trying to get some more of these big flatheads. We get some good ones in the past week. Got a couple 30-pounders, 20-pounder, one in the teens and a small one. So it's been good. Fishing's been good. The water temps are about the same. They're at about 74, I believe. So they've remained pretty consistent over the past week, and we haven't had any big fronts or anything. So consistent weather means good fishing, and big fish a lot of times too. So maybe we can get some good ones. I'm out here at a different spot from the last two videos. I'm actually right across the river from where I caught the biggest flathead I've ever caught, which was 41 pounds. So it's a good area. I marked out this whole area before I put the boat up on shore, and this looks like a good spot. So I'm gonna get everything set up quick. You can see all my gear behind me. Get the tent set up, get a rod out first, get the tent set up, and then I'll be back. All right, real quick, I'm about to get this rod out. I'm just gonna show you what I got. Showed this in the last video, but simple slip rig. I use a snap swivel, a big one, just put my weights on. Charlie Brown circle, and then bullheads. Bullheads are definitely the key here in Minnesota. It's not the case everywhere. They're like, you can't use bluegills here, but I have in my younger days when I couldn't get anything else. And the bullheads just work better. So use bullheads. It doesn't really matter what size. This is about the size I got. The bigger ones, I would say, do work better if they're not super big. A little bit bigger than this is kind of what you want, but that size is perfect. Even smaller really doesn't seem to matter if it's small. Last time the 30-pound, last trip, 30-pound flathead I caught was on one of the smallest bullheads that I've had. Small bullhead, 30-pound fish. So they like the bullheads. I go through the bottom. A lot of people go through the top here. I go through the bottom because I want the fish to swim up. It's going to be on the bottom. So I put it there, and with these bullheads, you got this fin that kind of keeps it from tearing a little more. Up top, you only got this little one. So that helps a little bit. And these things move around so much that they make this hole big, and they tend to come off the hook once they're out for a while. So I use a little tab. All this is an old inner tube from a tire. Had one laying around, cut it into a bunch of little squares, and all you do is hook that on after the bullhead. They're obviously one-time use things. Make sure they go over the barb and then down to the bullhead, and it kind of sits there and holds it on a lot better. It seems to help. So yeah, that's the basic setup. So I'm just gonna get this out really quick and get camp set up. Finally, after a night of waiting, finally got one on. Feels like a good one. Not a giant, but a nice one. Yeah, definitely a good one. There we go. That's gotta be 20, I'd say. been a quiet night so far. Finally breaking it up. He's gonna be 20 pounds, 12 ounces, just right around there. But anyways, that's a really good one. Be nice to get some bigger ones, but I mean, I'll take it. That's a really nice fish. Well, and away he goes. Well, I'll get this back out and hopefully can get another one. Alright, we just got drilled again. Feels pretty good, but you can never be sure. Nice one. Not huge. Real nice morning. I don't get many in the morning like this. I think it's about 5 right now. But let's get this thing weighed real quick. He looks to be about 20. God damn. Pretty much 19 right on the dot. So that's pretty good. 19 pounder and a 20 pounder. It's a pretty good night, I'd say. Mosquitoes are killing me, so I think I'm gonna go to bed go back to sleep for maybe it's 5. 2 more hours. Hopefully get one more fish. But if not, it's been a good night, so I'll see you in the next one if there is one. Alright, this one got hit, but I can't really tell. It does seem to be a fish. Flathead number 3. I put a huge bullhead on this. I got the smallest flathead of the night. Decided to put on the biggest bait I had. It's about 10-11 inch bullhead. It was a big bullhead, a lot bigger than these other ones, probably twice the size. And I get the smallest fish. So that kind of is how it goes a lot of times with flatheads. You put on big baits and you get little ones. You put on normal sized baits, you get big ones. So you just never know. I'm gonna get this guy back and maybe you can get one more fish. Otherwise, I'll be back for an outro in a bit. Alright, real quick outro here. It's morning. Well, I guess it's been morning the last few fish, but we had some rain just come through, so I'm getting out of here. It's like 7:30. But decent night. 3 flatheads, 2 channels that were whatever. But the 3 flatheads were nice. One was like 5 pounds, and then the 19 and 20 pounder. So that's a pretty good night, especially for up north. Circle hooks again, always good. The reason I use those during the night instead of letting the fish run with them is the big flatheads, like all of them that have this trip and last trip, they inhale the bait and then they run with it. So they're hooking themselves every time. And the other good thing is when I'm in my tent, every time the reel clicks, I know there's a fish on, because they can only, the reel's only, they're only pulling out drag once they're already hooked, and 2, usually they're decent sized. So that means flatheads. The channels aren't pulling the drag out. The only time I was seeing the channels is I was checking the rods like every hour or 2, and I'd see there's a fish on there, like, okay, there's a channel on here. So I'd reel it in and then I'd throw a different rod out. So that was the program again, bullheads. And so yeah, the channels did bite the bullheads, but it happens significantly less, so that's why I use them. But anyways, hope you guys like that. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. Maybe another one of these. I hope to get another one of these in soon, but you never know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.